What artworks and books did Hitler hate? Thank you for watching Masterpiece of Every Day. Today's story is about the artworks and books that Hitler hated. Starting with the art story, Hitler was a young man who dreamed of becoming a painter. At 18, he applied to art school twice but was rejected both times. Perhaps due to his resentment toward art, when Hitler became a dictator, he gathered artworks he disliked and organized a mockery exhibition called the Degenerate Art Exhibition, held in 1937 as a traveling exhibition in major German cities such as Berlin and Munich. It was Hitler's so-called grudge exhibition. Looking at the works displayed at the Degenerate Art Exhibition, we see Van Gogh's self-portrait dedicated to Paul Gauguin, Van Gogh's The Potato Eaters, Marc Chagall's Acrobat, Egon Schiele's Woman with Face Covered, Paul Klee's The Angler, Otto Dix's War Cripples. Some of these were featured in Masterpiece of the Day, and some were by famous artists. On the other hand, what kind of art did Hitler like? Let's take a look at his taste as a former art school aspirant. In Hitler's office, Adolf Ziegler's Four Elements was displayed, along with Anton von Werner's Proclamation of the German Empire, Adolf Wissel's Kahlenberg Farmhouse, and Karl Spitzweg's The Poor Poet. These were the types of artworks he liked. Ah yes, Hitler had a preference for traditional classical art and realistic works, showing a conservative taste in art and a fondness for German Romanticism. So, we now know what kind of aesthetic Hitler preferred. In contrast, he absolutely despised modern art, which began to emerge at that time. Though taste is subjective, today, the artworks once exhibited in the Degenerate Art Exhibition have become more famous and are now widely recognized for their value. Compared to this, Hitler's artistic taste feels a bit dull and stifling. Now, let's move on to the books Hitler hated. On May 10, 1933, Nazi book burnings took place across Germany in about 20 cities, including Berlin, Munich, and Frankfurt. The burnings were led by Nazi youth and university students. Joseph Goebbels, the Nazi propaganda minister, personally participated and gave a speech. We cast into the flames those books that oppose the German spirit. Now let's find out those books. Sigmund Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams, Thomas More's Utopia, Henrik Ibsen's A Doll's House, and Helen Keller's autobiography. The famous German romantic poet Heinrich Heine, known for Lorelei, once said, "Where they burn books, they will ultimately burn people." This was a line from his 1821 play Almanzo. After the 1933 book burnings, Heine's quote began circulating like a prophecy. And eventually, from 1942, the gas chamber genocide of Jews began. A chilling historical fact, indeed. I'll return next time with another art story. Please subscribe and like.